So I actually you said something earlier I want to jump back to. You said, and I was up over there, but I heard something like you said that you can be aggressive or raise your voice or something.
Yeah, I have a pretty hot temper.
Do you?
Well,
because you seem like pretty mellow.
Yeah.
And you have like kind of, you're a bit soft spoken. You have like kind of a melodic, soothing voice. So
thank you. It's something that I've worked on pretty much when I started dating my husband, because I watched my parents have a pretty argumentative relationship, and I knew that I didn't want to be like that with my husband. And so when I realized that I wanted to be with my husband, that I needed to change the way I react to things. And it's a slow process. I think I'm a lot better at it, but I definitely like.
So you used to yell?
Yeah, but yeah.
For some reason, I can't imagine you yelling.
Come surfing
I don't know
with
why.
me.
Huh?
Come surfing with me.
Come surf with you?
Yeah, you
oh,
leave
like
me.
people drop in? Fuck you, kook. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not, yeah. I think I've, also my husband is really good at pushing my buttons too. He's very good at it. And he knows exactly like what to say to like trigger.
What pushes your buttons?
So if we're having a disagreement, I'm always trying to solve the conflict, and sometimes he likes to do little jabby things, and I'm like, why are we trying to hurt feelings? I'd rather.
What's a jab? Like, is he like, I can hang 10 better than you?
Well, he can. So.
Damn, shots fired.
I know. I don't know. It's like instead of just like I'll say something and he's like, well, you did that, blah 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 blah, and I'll say, okay, well, that's not really helping what we're trying to solve here.
Yeah. How often do you guys argue?
He would probably say a lot, but I don't say that much.
Wait, currently you guys are like arguing?
No.
Or, not currently, but in general, currently.
Well,
that
we
doesn't make
have
sense.
discussions.
Yeah.
I like to call them discussions.
How frequently?
Maybe like once a month.
Once a month?
Yeah.
Because I would also say once a month. And Andrew always knows. He's like, I know what's happening here. And I'm like, yeah.
Do you guys think that arguing and like having disagreements is good in a relationship though? Like,
I think it's really good.
What do you think, Rachel?
No, I don't think it's good.
so you think it should be happy like 24/7 all the time?
Well,
perfect?
I think that we're all human beings and we're going to have disagreements. But I think that they're way more frequent than they need to be. Like when Andrew and I first started dating, my favorite story to tell, because I grew up with parents who've been divorced a bunch on both sides, and they were yellers, they were people that threw things, slammed doors. Like my life growing up was with these chaotic, crazy people. And I thought I was like the stable one, so I was doing fine, right? I was like, I'm not like them, so I'm good. But when we first started dating, he came over to my house for something, and he made like a little funny comment, and I threw a remote control at him, and he was like, if you're gonna do that, I'm going to leave right now, and I'm not going to ever come back. So you can think about if you want to be like that or not. And at first I was like, well, who does he think he is? And then I thought about it for a minute, because he did. He left. I mean, he didn't just tell me. He, like, proved it. He was like, I'm going to leave now. Bye. And I was like, what a jerk. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. Do I want to be the girl who throws stuff?
Right.
Because he just made like it wasn't even something really bad he said. It was like a harmless little like poking fun at me kind of thing, playing around with me. And I was like, oh shit, am I doing that?
Yeah.
Like how my mom did, or like how my dad would, or am I being like that? And it really just made me think about it. And so like over time, because Andrew's so like, my favorite thing about him is he's so emotionally stable. He's very like in control of his feelings, in control of his emotions. He doesn't lose it. Because he could be a really dangerous guy if he let himself lose control, and he knows that. So he's gotten very good over the years of his life at keeping stuff under wraps. And so if I'm acting crazy, he'll just kind of be like, I'm not going to talk to you if you're acting crazy. When you chill, we can talk, right? So like over a couple years of being with him, that stuff really I just unlearned it. But it, like you said, it takes time. It's not like instant. That's why I always say, like, you're not born a good wife. You kind of have to, like, learn how to be a good wife. And if you have a guy that's strong like that, where, like, I never had to be afraid of him or anything like that, because he would never lose control. And it would just, like, hit the contrast of him being so calm and, like, not crazy and emotional, which I had only ever dated crazy emotional people before that, where I was the sane person.
Right.
So the contrast of suddenly him being so steady, it made me see where I was crazy. And then I was like, oh shit, I better
I-
handle that.
I agree with that. I do think that there are situations though where people, instead of discussing like their differences, they just don't, and it turns
Yeah.
into like not talking about anything, and then it could turn into like you're literally just cohabitating and there's no point in you having a relationship, and I think that that's wrong too.